into any kind of standard as to people moving into these things. And some of them, as I have a picture here, I mean, they don't have windows, they don't have a lot of things, and of course, our staff is not able to go inside to see what it looks like inside. And I dare say if the outside looks as bad as it does and falling apart, that the inside is probably as bad. I have been in some places before where literally you have to stand a certain way to get to the toilet because the whole floor is gone around it and that kind of thing. So we need to do something about it, and I'm not sure what that is. This board needs to look at some code sections, or our county attorney needs to help us with this, or whatever it is. But we've got to have a way of stopping the rental of these things that are substandard, because, as we all know, when you, and I think Ms. McCurdy has sent us this broken window theory. Once you have the broken window, then the next thing you have two broken windows, then you have the door that's missing, and then pretty soon the whole place is falling apart. And we're allowing these to be rented, and as you know, the person that moved out has left it in worse shape. The next person, it's going to get worse, and you have lower and lower, I'm not going to say lower class people, but you have more likely to have drugs and that kind of thing coming there. So my thing is, people in this area are trying to get this cleaned up and stop, and the only way we're going to stop it is by stopping the rental of these houses that are in such poor condition that they need to be renovated before they're rented.
Mr. Chairman, I'm in complete agreement with Commissioner Patrick on this. Once an area starts to deteriorate, it just gets worse and worse. It just tends to snowball. In my opinion, what we need to do is have staff take a look at other cities that have had the same issue, or counties that have had the same issue, and see exactly what they've done to turn things around. For instance, in Hapeville, which I think is near where you were from originally, Mr. Chairman.
Where I was born.
Yeah, where you were born, and I've got friends in Hapeville, and I go there fairly frequently, and they've turned that city around, and they've done it through planning and zoning regulations. And we need to figure out what they're doing, and because they're doing it right, and we need to do the same thing here before it gets any worse, because I've been harping on the same thing for the last 7, 8 years. We need to do something, and we should have done it yesterday. So I'm going to make a motion. I make a motion that we ask the county manager and the staff that works for him to come back to a future county commission meeting as soon as possible, within a month, let's say, with a specific report indicating to us with recommendations exactly what we should do to stop the deterioration of substandard housing in our county based on what other counties are doing.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that, but only if we can put something in there as to stopping the rental of these houses.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman? Yes, sir. Wait. She seconded. She seconded, but I haven't given it to Sharon.